Welcome to meditation class number 8 of the spring season. We're talking this week about boundaries. And so let's do a meditation about our external boundary. I'm going to do something new with meditation this week, and I'm going to give you a 20-minute time interval, meaning I will take you through a guided meditation and then leave you to watch your diaphragm or whatever focal point you choose in your body for meditation. And at the end of a total of 20 minutes, there'll be a bell sound. So you have a couple of choices. You can just listen to the guided meditation and turn the audio off. You can continue and do a 20-minute meditation, fit that into your yoga schedule. Either choice is absolutely fine. I just thought it might be helpful to have a timed meditation. So let's begin. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Whether you're sitting on the front of your chair to stay awake, leaning back in your chair, or using a recliner with the feet up, lying on your bed, or lying on the floor. Whatever choice you make, in a chair, you might want to have your knees supported. You might want something under your head if you're flat on the floor. Make yourself really comfortable. And then let's begin. Bring your attention to the breath in your nose. And on exhale, let your jaw soften, cheeks soften, muscles around your eyes soften, and your forehead smooth. Bring your attention to the breath moving through your throat. And on exhale, soften that space between ears and shoulders. Let your neck be soft. Your head position might change a little. That's okay. Adjust for that if you need to. Bring your attention to the breath moving your chest. And on exhale, soften that shoulder-arm connection so that your shoulders can be soft and your arms limp. Bring your attention to the breath moving your belly. And on exhale, soften that hip-leg connection so that hips are soft and legs are limp. Make these small adjustments so that your body is as comfortable as possible. And then we will go through a rotation of consciousness around the points of the body, but each time I will direct you to notice the skin, your skin, the skin that holds you. And so let's begin with right hand. Feel the hand lying against the surface. Feel the parts of the hand that are not against the surface. right foot. Feel the part of the foot that is resting against a surface. And then notice the parts of the foot, the outer parts of the foot that are not against the surface. Do you notice a temperature change, a pressure change? Bring your attention to your left foot. Notice the sensation of the foot resting against the surface. And then notice the sensations of skin that are not pressed against the surface. If you're wearing socks, maybe you're feeling textures against that skin. If not, notice the sensation of air against the skin. Then left hand. Notice the sensation of the hand resting on the surface. And then notice the rest of the hand, sensations over the skin. And then bring your attention to your face. Feel the sensation of forehead, the skin of your forehead, cheeks. Feel the parts of your lips that are outside your mouth. Right forearm. Notice the sensation of the part resting against the surface. And then notice the sensation of skin. Perhaps you're wearing something long-sleeved and you can notice the texture. Or maybe you're just feeling the air in the room against your skin. Right lower leg. Feel the sensation of the right lower leg resting against the surface. And then notice the sensations of the rest of the skin of the right lower leg. Left lower leg. Feel the sensations in the skin that is resting against the surface. And then feel the skin that is not resting against the surface. Are some parts of the left lower leg more easily sensed? Some more difficult? That's okay. Just notice. Left lower arm. Notice the portion of skin that's resting against the surface. Notice the different sensations in the skin that's not resting on the surface. Is it easier to notice sensations in the arms than it is in the legs? That's okay. And then head. If your head is resting against a surface, notice that sensation. And then notice the sensations of the rest of your scalp, ears, bring your attention to your right upper arm. If part of the skin is resting against the surface, notice that. Then notice the skin that's not resting against the surface. Is it easier to find sensations closer to the elbow or closer to the shoulder? Either way, it's okay, but notice, please. And then right thigh. Notice the skin that's resting against the surface. Notice the rest of the skin of the right thigh. Just let your attention travel over the surface. If you feel your eyes move, even though they're closed, that's okay. That's your imagination working to help you. Then left thigh. Notice the sensation of skin against the surface. Then notice the sensation of the skin that's not pressed against the surface. Is it easier to find sensations closer to the knee, closer to the hip, or somewhere else? And then left upper arm. Notice the sensation of any part of the skin that's resting against a surface. And then notice the rest of the skin of the left upper arm. And then neck. If any part of the neck is resting against a surface, notice. Notice any part of the neck that's not resting against a surface. Where is it easiest to access sensation in the neck? Just notice. And then right shoulder. If any portion of the shoulder is resting against a surface, notice the skin sensations there. And then notice the rest of the skin of the right shoulder. Right hip. Is any part of the right hip resting against the surface? Notice the skin sensations there. And then notice the skin sensations of the rest of the right hip. Are hip sensations easier to access or harder than shoulder sensations? No judgment, just notice. Left hip. If any part of the left hip is resting against the surface, notice the skin sensations there. And then notice the sensations of the skin that's not resting against the surface. left shoulder. Notice the skin sensations of any part of the left shoulder that's resting against a surface. And then notice the sensations of any part of the skin that's not resting against a surface. Chest. Notice the skin sensations in any part of the chest, front or back, that's resting against a surface. And then notice the sensations of the portions of the chest that are not resting against a surface. Notice if breath movement changes the sensations, the skin sensations in the chest. And then belly and low back. Notice the skin sensations of any portion of the belly and low back that are resting against a surface. And then notice the portions that are not. Notice how breath can sometimes change the skin sensations in belly and low back. And then come into the diaphragm, that little triangle between the bottom of your breastbone and your navel or belly button. Feel the skin sensations as diaphragm moves. First, feel the skin sensations against any portion of the diaphragm that's resting on a surface. And then notice the skin sensations around the outside of the diaphragm that are not pressed against a surface. Notice how the skin sensations change. You have two choices at this point. You can watch the skin sensations around the diaphragm, any point you want to choose, or just watch from within using interoception to watch the diaphragm help you breathe. This is the end of the recorded portion, and the audio will be silent for the rest of our time, our meditation time, for a total of 20 minutes. Enjoy. The 20 minutes is up. I hope you enjoyed your meditation. Please leave comments or questions on the website, on social media, or send me an email. Thank you.